He's gonna walk in slow motion. Nancy, come on, you know Boo.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
It is 10:42 a.m. I'm getting a very late start today. I was up way too late last night. Here's Boo. And there's a bunch of training pads near these litter boxes. Let me tell you why. So last night, when I went to the supermarket to buy more ingredients to make homemade raw food today, I came back. And after I came back, I wanted to check the litter boxes to see, if Stella did anything in the litter boxes. So I opened up this one, the one in the black cabinet, and I noticed there was a lot of liquid on the floor of it, not in the litter box, but like outside of the litter box. And because I had scrubbed down these litter boxes the day before, in my mind, I thought, what did I do? Did I not dry the bottom of the litter box? Is that what happened? But then I thought it was weird because there was like a lot of liquid. So I cleaned it all up. And I also noticed there was a little bit of liquid on the grass mat that I have in front of the litter box. It's underneath this training pad right now. So I cleaned everything up and I was thinking to myself, well, is it pee? Did Stella use the litter box but then miss? Maybe she missed the litter box and just peed next to it. It got on the floor. But I didn't know. It could have been either, water from when I was scrubbing the litter boxes or Stella, peeing outside of the litter box. Here's Stella right now. Good morning, Stella. Stella slept on my bed last night and I shut my bedroom door, so she was the only cat in the room. And this morning I heard her get up and I heard her go into a litter box, like scratch around in the litter box, and then I heard her peeing. And I remember thinking, oh, she's peeing pretty loudly. And then after that, she jumped back on the bed and, went about her normal routine of either napping a little bit more or, waking me up a little bit and wanting pets. She got a whole lot of pets. And then when I finally got out of bed, well, first of all, I didn't get to sleep until 2 a.m. So I wanted to get at least 6 hours of sleep. So I knew I was going to stay in bed until at least 8 a.m. When I finally got out of bed, I came over to this litter box to see what Stella had done in the litter box. Unfortunately, the floor in front of the litter box was completely wet. And I said, oh no, she peed outside of the litter box. Now, I did hear her scratching in the litter, so I know she was in the litter, but she must be putting her butt near the edge of the litter box and then just peeing outside the litter box. So I cleaned the floor. And then I put down some paper towels, and then I eventually went downstairs and got these training pads out of my storage room. So now I have training pads in front of all of the litter boxes here upstairs. Here's Boo. Boo's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I also checked the fill-away dispensers, and this one was empty, so I put a new one in. The one in the living room still had some liquid in it, but the one in the dining room didn't, so I refilled that one also. So now I have to just wait and see what Stella's going to do today. Ideally, I would like to keep Stella in Boo's room today. And that way, she could be under good observation. First, I would need to scoop the litter boxes. So when I put her in here, it's just, empty litter boxes. So I'll know what she's doing. I think that's the best thing. She could relax and just have like a spa day in here. And then hopefully maybe I could pick up my computer and work in here for a little while. That's what I did yesterday. Last night I worked in here for a little while. But I do need to make the homemade raw food, and I do need to clean up the kitchen before I do that. Right now, it's a week before Christmas, so there's stuff all over the house. And, with everything that I've had to deal with over this past week with the plumbing issues and then my car problems, things have just been getting backed up and rescheduled. And, yesterday going to the vet, I had to reschedule a whole bunch of stuff yesterday. And that's why I was up so late, because I had to make up for all the work I missed during the day. So we're just trying to get through the holidays at this point. I didn't even put the tree up downstairs yet for the Lucky 7. I have a running to-do list that I never finish every day. Every day there's just more stuff added to the list, and every day I never get through the whole list. As I'm filming this, today's the 20th, so I have like 4 days until Christmas Eve, and then 5 days until Christmas. Good morning, Splash. How are you today, Splash? It's 8 a.m. Let me show you what I just saw. I'm so not happy right now. Look at this. We have snow. And it's enough snow that it needs to be shoveled. So I'm very unhappy about that. I looked at the forecast for today, and it's only going to get up to around 30 degrees. So it's not going to be warm enough to melt all of this. So I'm going to have to go outside later and shovel. I don't want to take out the snowblower because I don't think it's enough for the snowblower. It's only like an inch or two. But this was not on my schedule. Like, I was looking at everything that I need to do in the next 3 days and trying to figure out, well, how am I going to get everything done, because the days are going by fast and I have so much to do. And now this is just another thing to add to my list. Here's Boo. Good morning, Boo. What you doing, Boo? Watching people walk by in the snow? It is pretty to look at, but not fun to deal with. And I looked at the weather forecast. We're actually supposed to get more snow on Christmas Eve. It is almost 9 a.m. now, and I'm outside to start shoveling. And I thought we could take a look at these tracks, because these are most likely cat tracks. And look at this. So there's one that's leading under the table. And this one goes all the way over here. There's two over here. And then there's tracks to the water bowl. And then there's tracks here to the side of the shelter. And then there's tracks over there to the bushes. So I'm glad someone's drinking out of the water bowl. I'll have to put fresh water in that later. And then over here near the shelter, usually when cats use the shelter, they come in through this back area. And I'm not seeing any tracks back here. So it could just be the neighbor's cat walking around. I saw my neighbor's cat yesterday. And it was just visiting. So there's like a whole bunch of tracks here. I don't know if this is a cat or a squirrel. It looks like someone's been like jumping around. And there's two sets of tracks. One's going to the left and under the fence in the back. And then this part is going back here. It's just going through this back area. It's nice powdery snow right now, so at least that's good. It should be easy to shovel. Except I'm wearing the wrong boots. I'm wearing some Uggs and I'm getting cold air through them. I might have to change. This was a mat that was drying out on the plant stand, so I guess it fell over. I forgot it was there, and I didn't put it back. And then we have two tracks here. There's a whole bunch of tracks here on the side. And this water bowl's completely frozen. That's why I have the heated water bowl. Let's look in the greenhouse and see what's going on in here. So the heaters are on right now. I have to look at the timer and see what's going on with that. The geraniums are still alive. Everything looks like it's still alive. The banana tree is obviously showing stress with the yellow leaves. And down there in the corner, that begonia is still holding on. I mean, there's a lot of yellow on it, but I'm surprised it's not totally dead yet, because from what I can tell is that at night or in very early in the morning, it's been getting below freezing in here, even with the two heaters on. So I looked at the forecast and it's supposed to get down to like 13 degrees either tonight or tomorrow night. So I need to bring in another source of heat. And in the past, what I did was I took part of my dehydrator and I used that in here because it blows out like 150 degree heat. So I could always add that. I don't have another small heater. Otherwise, I could add like 3 heaters. That would bring it up to 600 watts. That would still be okay. Everything seems to be doing fine right now. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Today is the first day of winter, so we have 3 months ahead of us. I hate winter. I cannot even tell you how much I hate winter. It is almost 5 p.m. and here's Stella, and I just finished making homemade raw food. And I made 36 meals for 11 cats. So that's a lot of food. That is 396 individual meals if we break it down by individual meals. And Stella was helping me, right, Stella? She tasted the food a little bit. She approves. And now she wants me to give her a little canned food because I just put some food outside for Ox, right, for Cousin Ox. And let me show you what I have going on outside. So here is a heated food bowl and a heated water bowl. I mean, they both could be heated water bowls or heated food bowls. It just depends on what you put in them. So in this one, I figured instead of using the little heated kitty cafe, I'm just going to use this bowl, and I could put the paper plate right into this bowl. So it's going to make cleanup so much easier. So I put some canned food on the paper plate. I put some dry food, and then I just put the whole paper plate in this bowl. And the bowl's heated, so it should keep it from freezing, which is good. It's not going to make it too hot, but it should just keep it from freezing. The same way it keeps the water in the other bowl from freezing. I put fresh water in the bowl a little while ago. And so now the cats in the yard are good. And here's Nancy. She wants to see what's going on outside. I don't know if she thinks Ox is under the table or she's looking for him or who she's looking for. But Nancy's very nosy. I don't see anyone under there, but maybe there is someone under there. I don't know. So here's Stella eating some canned food because she likes to taste whatever I put outside for Ox. And she's been doing really good. I have not seen any more blood since that day that she went to the vet. She was given that antibiotic injection, and for around 24 hours, she wasn't really herself. Like, she wasn't eating like she normally eats, and she just wasn't really herself. But for the past 24 hours or so, she's been pretty much back to her normal self. Boo's trying to walk into the kitchen to get some canned food. And Nancy's sitting there like Boo's trying to look all tough. He's gonna walk in slow motion. Nancy, come on, you know Boo. Come on, Nancy. Come over here. Come here, Nancy. Come here, Nancy. I still have to clean the kitchen. I just made the homemade raw food, took out the garbage, scooped the litter boxes. I wanted to do everything before it got dark because it's pretty icy outside. So I wanted to do everything that requires me, like walking on potentially icy areas. You're okay, Stella. You're okay. He's just smelling you. So now I have to finish cleaning up the kitchen, and I really want to go to the local pet store where I get the cat litter. I'm down to 1 extra bag of cat litter, and I know I'm going to have to refill some of the litter boxes over the next few days because every few days I end up topping them up with new litter. So that's why I wanted to do that today because the stores are closed tomorrow. We have the Sunday blue laws where nothing's open tomorrow. So if I could get the kitchen and the grinder and everything cleaned up quickly, then I'd like to do that. It's 5:29 p.m. and someone is eating food out of the heated bowl. I'm not sure who it is. It could be Ox, but I really can't tell because there's not enough light. And I think this camera is focusing on the screen instead of through the screen. It's about 11 a.m. It is 17 degrees outside. I'm just about to put this little plate of food in the heated food bowl that I have out there. Let's go outside and see what's going on. So here's what we have. The water is not frozen, which is good. And then we have this food here on these plates. That food's pretty frozen. The bottom of this is warm, so that's good. I'm just gonna put this plate in here. Hopefully someone will get to it before it completely freezes. But since it's daytime, hopefully it won't freeze, because as the sun comes out and the sun hits this area, it should keep it thawed out. Let's take a look at the greenhouse, because last night it got down to around 10 degrees. And this dehydrator cover is still running, so that's good. When I checked the temperature in here last night around 11 p.m., it was 40 degrees in here according to the temperature sensor. So I'm hoping, you know, at least the area with the plants stays warm enough that they don't die, and everything still looks good, except that begonia is definitely showing signs of stress down there, but it hasn't completely died yet. And there's the temperature sensor, that little gray square thing. I mean, look at this. This is a geranium trying to grow. And this geranium in this big pot up here is still growing. It still has green leaves. These two heaters shut off during the day because once the sun comes up, it usually generates enough heat to keep this greenhouse above freezing. But these kick on like when the sun goes down. Here's Boo. He's having a second portion of some breakfast. He loves the homemade raw food when I put some pureed sardines in it. He absolutely loves it. It is about 1:30 p.m. and I'm downstairs with this Christmas tree, and I'm going to try to put it together for the Lucky 7 and see how it goes. When I bought this, it had absolutely no reviews. I just went by the photos and the description and the price, because it was a very good price. It was only $35. So let's see how this assembles and how it looks, and if the cats are going to like it. Here's Sammy. Sammy's like, what's going on? She has to come and inspect everything. Sammy's down here and Goldie's down here. Hey, Sammy. Sammy loves it down here because she gets to hunt spiders. The first thing that I notice is that the color of this tree is a different color than the tree upstairs. The one that I got from Target is like a different color green, and this one off of Amazon is a lighter green. I actually think that the one from Amazon reminds me more of like when I get a real tree versus the one from Target. It's about 2:45 p.m. and I just finished fluffing up this tree, and I think it looks really good for a $35 tree. I'm really happy that I went with it. Like, one of the branches on the bottom is a little bit low, but Sammy's already been trying to get into the tree. So we'll soon find out how sturdy these branches are. I don't know if they're going to be as sturdy as the upstairs tree. The only thing that I noticed with this tree was when I was fluffing the branches, there's a slight smell to them, and I don't really know how to describe it. I don't know if it's like a plasticky smell or a rubbery smell or what, but I did notice that this one had, as I was fluffing the branches, I was like noticing a smell, and then I smelled my fingers, and I was like, yeah, there's definitely a smell coming from these branches. So maybe it's something that, you know, the branches were constructed with, something like that. It's almost like an oily smell. That's how I felt. My fingers felt a little bit oily when I was putting that together. So I don't know if, you know, it's something like that. I need to find a tree skirt. I don't want to put my good tree skirt on this. So before the cats, I had a really nice tree skirt. It was like an aqua color with a bunch of sequins, and I don't want to use that down here. Somewhere in this house, I have a red and white tree skirt, like Santa colors. I got to find that, and that's what I'm going to put on the bottom of the tree. I also want to hook up one of the security cameras and point it at the tree, so that way we could see who's climbing it and how the tree is standing up to that. Here's the tree skirt. I found it upstairs. It was in a closet, and it was still on the hanger. I got it at Marshall's. It was $19.99, and I really liked it. It's like a dark red velvet with like Santa fur around the edges of it. It's really nice. It was a great deal for the price. And it ties on the back. There were 3 ties, so I tied them. And now the cats can do whatever they want to this tree. Right, Sammy? You want to climb it? You want me to throw you in the tree? Sammy, you want me to put you in the tree? Here's the tree with the lights on. I also put one of the cat beds on the chair next to it, which is still covered with a white sheet. And so this is how the tree looks on the day it was assembled and put up. And we'll see how it looks on the day it's taken down. I think this is a good location for it. It's kind of in a corner, but at the same time, kind of in the middle of a lot of traffic. The cat should enjoy it here. Sammy's climbing the Christmas tree. She's been to the top of it a few times. I put her spider in the tree, and she's gotten it out every time, but there's no spider in the tree right now. It's 7:45 p.m. I'm trying to wrap Christmas presents, and this is the top to the box I'm currently wrapping. Sammy has decided she needs to lay in it. After she decided she needed to roll around in the tissue paper. Okay, Sammy. That's enough help. I don't need any more help right now, okay? You did a good job. You did a good job helping me, Sammy. This is the box I'm wrapping. Sammy wants me to wrap her up in it. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.